In this episode of KnowHow, we will explore the planets of our solar system. Our solar system is a part of galaxy called Milky Way. It has many stars and planetary system in it, and our solar system is one of them. Sun is a star at the center of our solar system, and it is the only prime source of light and energy. It comprises of various gases in which 28% is helium and 70% is hydrogen. Rest of 2% are miscellaneous gases. Its core temperature is unknown, but its surface temperature is well above 5,000 degrees Celsius. Mercury. The next planet and the closest to the Sun is Mercury. Mercury is a terrestrial or rocky planet that orbits just under 58 million kilometers from the Sun, or 36 million miles. It is the smallest planet in the solar system. It has a diameter of just 4,879 kilometers, or 3,031 miles. It is 1.4 times larger than Earth's moon, and the two actually look quite similar. Mercury is the second most dense planet in the solar system. Mercury completes a full orbit around the Sun in just 88 Earth days. The temperatures on the surface can vary from a whopping 430 degrees Celsius, which is almost 800 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Since there is no atmosphere to retain heat, the temperature can plummet to minus 180 degrees Celsius or minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit during night. The gravity on Mercury is roughly 38% of the gravity of Earth, which means if you weighed 100 kg on Earth, you would only weigh 38 kg on Mercury. There are many craters on the surface of Mercury, as it has been battered by various impacts over times. Mercury does not have any of its own moon. Venus. After Mercury, next planet is Venus. Venus is also a terrestrial or rocky planet. It orbits just over 107 million kilometers or 67 million miles from the Sun. It has a diameter of 12,103 kilometers or 7,520 miles. Even though Venus is not the closest to the Sun, it is the hottest planet with a surface temperature that reaches nearly 465 degrees Celsius, or 900 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature is caused by its atmosphere comprising of carbon dioxide with heavy clouds of sulfuric acid. As Venus is covered in thick clouds which would filter the sunlight and make the surface appear orange in color. Its surface is covered in thousands of volcanoes, mountains, and valleys. Mountain on Venus called Maxwell Mantes that is almost same as the size of Mount Everest. Venus completes one rotation around the Sun in 225 Earth days. The gravity on Venus is about 90% of Earth's gravity, so if you weigh 100 kg on Earth you would weigh about 90 kg on Venus. It is thought that Venus was once a very different planet that potentially was covered in oceans of liquid water, but due to greenhouse effect drastically changed the conditions on its surface. We on Earth might face the same challenge as Venus faced in past due to greenhouse effect. As Mercury, Venus also does not have any of its own moon. The Earth, our homeland. Up next is a planet we all are familiar with. It is our home planet, the Earth. The Earth is another terrestrial planet which orbits the Sun at 149.6 million kilometers or 92.9 million miles. The Earth is the most dense planet in the solar system that measures the diameter of 12,742 kilometers or 7,917 miles. The highest air temperature ever recorded on Earth was 56.7 degrees Celsius or 134.1 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature was recorded in July of 1913 in Death Valley Desert in USA. The lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth was -89 degrees Celsius or -128 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature was recorded in Antarctica in July of 1983. The Earth completes a trip around the Sun once every 365 days. And the duration of the day is 24 hours. The surface of the Earth has some amazing diversity with vast frozen areas, molten areas, lush greenery, wetlands, and brutally dry areas. Earth has one moon orbiting around it. Mars. Next in line is Mars, widely known as the Red Planet. Mars is also a terrestrial planet that orbits the Sun at an average distance of 228 million kilometers, or 142 million miles. It completes a trip around the Sun in 687 Earth days. One day on Mars lasts 24.6 hours, very similar to the Earth. The diameter of Mars is 6,779 kilometers or 4,212 miles, making it roughly half the size of Earth. The surface is cold and dusty with an average temperature of -60 degrees Celsius or -80 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperatures have reached 20 degrees Celsius or 70 degrees Fahrenheit near the equator. The gravity on Mars is 62% lower than that of the Earth. So, if you weighed 100 kg on Earth, you would weigh just 37.6 kg on Mars. Mars is a very interesting planet sharing many similarities with the Earth. Do you think humans will ever be able to colonize the planet Mars in coming future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Mars has two moons orbiting around it. Jupiter. The mighty Jupiter is the fifth and the largest planet of our solar system. Jupiter is a gas giant with a diameter of 139,820 kilometers or 86,880 miles, making it almost 11 times larger than the Earth. Jupiter orbits at an average distance of 778 million kilometers or 484 million miles from the Sun. It orbits the Sun only once every 12 years, yet a single day lasts almost 10 hours on Earth. Being a gas giant, Jupiter doesn't have a firm surface. It has an ocean swirling within of liquids and hydrogen deep beneath. This liquid ocean is possible due to the immense atmospheric pressure which keeps the hydrogen in a liquid state. The temperature within the clouds of Jupiter is roughly -145 degrees Celsius, or -234 degrees Fahrenheit. Closer to the core, the temperatures may hit 24,000 degrees Celsius or 43,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hotter than the surface of the Sun. The gravitational pull on Jupiter is 2.4 times higher than the Earth. So if you weighed 100 kg on Earth, you would weigh 240 kg on Jupiter. Jupiter is a very windy and stormy planet. The most famous storm being the Great Red Spot, which is a hurricane-like storm that is at least 2 times larger than the entire Earth, and has been raging for hundreds of years. The wind speed of this storm can reach 423 km per hour or 270 miles per hour. Jupiter is an immense and deadly place for humans, but it is quite stunning nonetheless. Jupiter has 95 moons orbiting around it. Saturn. Saturn is the most beautiful and second largest planet of our solar system. It has beautiful hat-shaped rings around it. Saturn has a diameter of 116,460 kilometers or 72,364 miles. It orbits at a distance of 1.4 billion kilometers or 886 million miles from the Sun. It takes Saturn roughly 29 years to orbit the Sun. One day on Saturn lasts just under 11 hours here on Earth. Saturn has 3 layers of clouds, and the conditions change in every layer drastically. The upper layers are made up of ammonia ice and has temperatures that range from -173 to -113 degrees Celsius or -280 to -270 degrees Fahrenheit. The next layer contains frozen water at temperature varying from -88 to -3 degrees Celsius or -127 to -26 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperatures in the lower layers can reach 57 degrees Celsius or 134 degrees Fahrenheit. The gravity on Saturn is just 1.08 times stronger than that of the Earth. So, if you weigh 100 kilograms on Earth, you would weigh 108 kilograms on Saturn. The atmosphere is made up mostly of hydrogen and helium, but there could also be a solid core somewhere deep within the mighty planet. Saturn is a spectacular planet that is awe-inspiring to see even through a basic telescope. Saturn has 145 moons orbiting around it. Uranus. Next is the planet Uranus, surrounded by the faint rings. Uranus is an ice giant which orbits 2.9 billion kilometers or 1.8 billion miles from the Sun. It has a diameter of 50,724 kilometers or 31,518 miles. It takes this ice giant 84 years to orbit the Sun and has a day which lasts 17 hours here on Earth. The average temperature is about -213 degrees Celsius or -353 degrees Fahrenheit, but as you get closer to the planet's rocky core, temperatures can reach 4,727 degrees Celsius or 8,540 Fahrenheit. Despite its frigid temperatures, the majority of its mass comes from a hot, dense fluid of icy materials such as water, methane, and ammonia. The gravity on Uranus is about 86% of the Earth's gravity. So a person weighing 100 kilograms on Earth would weigh 86 kilograms on Uranus. The atmosphere is made up mostly of hydrogen and helium with a small amount of methane with traces of water and ammonia, and it is the presence of methane which gives the planet its bluish color. Uranus has 27 moons orbiting around it. Neptune. Neptune is the last and furthest planet of our solar system called Blue Giant. Neptune is also an ice giant which orbits the Sun at a distance of about 4.5 billion kilometers or 2.8 billion miles. It takes a whopping 165 Earth years for it to complete a single orbit of the Sun, and a day lasts 16 Earth hours. Neptune is also the coldest planet in the solar system with temperatures that range from -218 to -200 degrees Celsius, or -360 to -328 degrees Fahrenheit. Neptune is very similar to its near twin planet Uranus with a surface of dense fluid made up from icy water, methane, and ammonia. Neptune has a diameter of 49,244 kilometers or 30,598 miles. And the surface gravity of Neptune is close to the Earth's, being just 1.14 times stronger. So, if you weighed 100 kilograms on Earth, you would weigh around 114 kilograms on Neptune. Intense storms rage for weeks at a time on Neptune's surface, with fast-moving dark vortex clouds. These storms can grow as large as planet Earth. Neptune has 16 moons orbiting around it. This was a small overview of our planet system, where Sun is a star having 8 planets orbiting around it, ranging from hottest to the coldest. A point to mention here is that so far, life is only possible on our home planet Earth. Hence we must take special care of our home planet and treat it well and gentle, as there is no second Earth. Stay curious, stay informed. Hit subscribe, like, share and comment, encouraging our audience to keep learning. See you again soon with a new know-how. Thank you.